Vincent, at the end of the discussion last time, you were asking about the terms that Ajahn had used, Sanditiko, Akaliko, Ehipasiko, Opanayiko, Pachatam, and so on. And I started to say a little bit, but we ran short of time. So I thought we can go through them one by one, and I can briefly mention my understanding, and Ajahn can elaborate on them if there are no other questions at the moment. So we read Svakkhato Bhagavata dhammo, the teachings of the Buddha that have been well proclaimed. Right. Svakkhato, well proclaimed. Svakkhato. Bhagavata. Bhagavata is another word for the Buddha, the Blessed One. Bhagavata. Bhagavata. The Buddha, the Blessed, the Bhagavata, the Blessed One. Dhammo, the teachings, the Dhamma. And now we hear about what is so special about the teachings of the Buddha. So the first word is sanditiko. And sanditiko means that which is visible in this world, well seen, that which can be known in this world. It's visible, it can be understood. And akaliko means it's not dependent on a particular time. What was true in the Buddha's time is true now. It's valid for all times. Akaliko. So the true understanding that was true in the Buddha's time, talking about war and peace and difficulties and so on, the true teaching about the absolute realities which are not self, is exactly the same as today. And the next one is ehipasiko. Ehi means come, pasiko, and see. So inviting everyone to come and see, to come and understand the truth. Ehi, come, and pasiko, ehipasiko.
Okay.
The next word is opanayiko. Opanayiko means leading to the goal. And last week, Ajahn was saying, it's so close, it's now. Opanayiko. So the absolute truth we've been talking about, we're invited to see, to understand, because it's here and now, the seeing now, the hearing now, the thinking now about Ukraine or anything. And it is the understanding of the absolute truth now that leads to the goal. And pachatam. Pachatam means each has to understand by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The Buddha cannot enlighten anyone. No one can enlighten anyone. So each has to develop their own understanding. Pachatam. Pachatam veditabo vinuhi means each has to be understood by themselves right now. And I think the words are very special because it shows that that which was true in the Buddha's time is exactly true now. And it's there to be found here and now in daily life, no matter what the circumstances are, or no matter what the worldly conditions are, sick or healthy, old or young, in this country or that country. The teachings are visible and available, and they are there to be understood. So last week, I think Ajahn was mentioning these words once or twice, and then you asked about them. So I don't know if there's anything further that you would like to elaborate on, Ajahn.
So very true and very beautiful. Nothing is as beautiful as the truth, which is so true. It's all that you have heard about now. Is there any question about each word that Kun Sarah just recite? The word of the teaching, Svakkhato, we cannot said by oneself, but what understanding is there comes from hearing and considering the truth which is there now, to be known little by little until it can be realized. Is anatta the word of the Buddha from his enlightenment? Nothing be taken for permanent thing at all. Because now what appears is conditioned by so many unknown conditions. Who knows whatever appearing now is conditioned by so many conditions to arise? Who think about I sense or I base now? It's there as condition for seeing right now. So no matter what is there as like, dislike, pleasant or unpleasant, must be conditioned by the accumulation of conditions from eons and eons ago to just arise to be there only once in samsara. So what gone is gone. So what about now? Beginning from now, begin again and again and again. Someone asked me about how to begin and when to begin and what should be to begin. It's now, at this very moment. Begin to consider the truth. Is there I to be more confident of no one at all? Only what is there now? It's just a reality. Is this what we heard when Kun Sarah recited? The teachings of the Buddha, all about the realities which is now appearing. No understanding, no thought about it, but the words lead to get closer to what is there now. If what is there not understood, what else can be understood? So what we heard about, all about what Buddha said about Svakkhato and so on.